Ready to break free from algorithms, vanity PR, and money-sucking ads? My name's Larissa Warstick, and I've learned in 8 years of jewelry marketing that content is the crown jewel. My agency, Joy Joya, takes a holistic approach, leading with a laser-focused storytelling, impactful content creation, and strategic content distribution. This method has worked for the solopreneur as well as the multi-million-dollar company, and now I'm sharing the same systems and tactics with you. Here's to standing out in the sea of sparkle. Welcome to episode 302, and I want to talk about gold prices. So as I'm recording this episode, the price of gold is more than $2,500 per ounce. And with gold prices only continuing to soar, fine jewelry designers and small brands are finding themselves at a bit of a crossroads. So, do you stick to your roots, crafting luxurious pieces in the traditional solid gold your customers love? Or do you pivot to keep your creations accessible and your business thriving? The good news is there's no need to choose just one path. In fact, the rise in gold prices is the perfect opportunity to flex your creative muscles, offering fresh, innovative solutions that not only meet the market's demands, but also elevate your brand's allure. Imagine transforming the challenge of rising costs into a golden opportunity, literally. By embracing out-of-the-box marketing and merchandising strategies, you can continue to dazzle your customers with the magic of gold, all while staying true to your brand's unique identity. Whether it's mixing metals, introducing new materials, or simply reimagining how you tell your brand story, the possibilities are as limitless as your creativity. So in this episode, I'm going to dive into some fun and inventive ways to navigate the golden waters and come out shining brighter than ever. And in the Gold Mine segment, I just want to share some fun things that have been happening on JoyDeck this month and how you can join our new jewelry marketing support platform if you're interested. But before we get to the solid gold, I'd like to take a moment to remind you that this podcast has both audio and video, so you can either listen on your favorite podcast platform or watch on YouTube by searching Joy Joya. You can support the podcast for free by taking the time not only to subscribe, but also to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Also, if you didn't know, I co-host another podcast called Success with Jewelry with my friend Liz Kantner, who's also a jewelry marketer and the founder of the Stay Gold Collective. We have a free version of the podcast available everywhere you listen to podcasts and on YouTube, as well as a membership community with extended episodes and additional resources. Last week on the podcast, we featured Zarissa from Jewel Boxing, a popular jewelry influencer on Instagram and TikTok, and she shared insights on how to effectively use these social media platforms and discussed her strategies for building and engaging with her audience. Personally, I love this episode, and I invite you to check it out if you're hungry for more content. Also, you've probably heard me talk about this, but the free content repurposing masterclass is still available for a limited time. By the end of the masterclass, you'll walk away with a simple content plan for an entire month, a full-length SEO optimized blog post, 4 email campaigns inspired by the blog posts, 12 social media posts repurposed from the blog posts and emails. And Joy Joya fan Laura shared her feedback. I just finished watching the masterclass. So good. I can't wait to brainstorm blog topics and start to implement the strategies you showed for repurposing a single blog post into multiple pieces of content. Thanks, Laura. Are you feeling overwhelmed with content creation for your jewelry brand? Learn how to save time and work smarter, not longer, by repurposing content efficiently and confidently using my proven methods. Visit myjoydeck.com/masterclass, and you can find the link in the show notes as well. Okay, let's get into today's episode, my sparklers. So at the New York City trade shows, I had so many conversations about the rising gold price. It's kind of hard to ignore if you're a fine jewelry designer. And as I mentioned in last week's Gold Mine segment of the podcast, different brands are handling it in different ways. Some are pivoting to offer mixed metals, alternative metals, 9-karat gold options, in the service of making their pieces more accessible. But then on the other hand, some designers remain true to their brand identity by continuing to work in high carat gold, and that is equally impressive. I briefly mentioned this topic in episode 299 when I was talking about how to communicate change in your business, but now it's time to address it directly. And in this episode, I'll share tips and tactics for adjusting your marketing and merchandising strategies in response to high gold prices. These tips can also be applied to any situation where you're dealing with rising material costs, not just gold. So first and foremost, I want you to understand your customer base and their feelings about gold prices, because that is really going to dictate what you do. So when price sensitivity is low for your customer, you're going to focus on things like desire and value. So if your customers aren't particularly price conscious, then avoid drawing attention to the rising cost of gold. Instead, focus on creating desire by highlighting the value, craftsmanship, and exclusivity of your pieces. Luxury positioning. I want you to position your products as luxury items where quality and uniqueness are more important than price, and that helps enhance the perceived value. You may want to think about, if this is your customer, offering limited editions and exclusives. So these would be pieces that emphasize rarity and luxury, making price a secondary consideration to uniqueness. Also think about experience-based marketing. So engage your customers with experience-based marketing like private viewings, virtual try-ons, or personalized consultations that focus on the emotional and experiential value of owning a piece of your jewelry. Now, if you're a jewelry brand with customers who have high price sensitivity, then this is what I want you to do. You're going to focus on value-driven messaging. For those price-sensitive customers, emphasize the long-term value of gold, how it can be a sound investment, as well as a beautiful piece of jewelry. Comparative pricing. Highlight how your products offer more value compared to competitors by focusing on things like quality, craftsmanship, and unique design elements. And if it makes sense for your brand, and this is the type of customer that you have, consider offering limited time promotions or discounts that give those price-sensitive customers the opportunity to purchase high-quality gold jewelry at a more accessible price point, and also to welcome them into your brand if they haven't yet made a purchase yet. Above all, I want you to think about personalizing that customer experience. So if you have sales data about buying behavior, about preferences, maybe even anecdotal data about price sensitivity by talking to your customers, then tailor your messaging and offers accordingly. Maybe this is the time to roll out a loyalty program where you implement or enhance by rewarding repeat customers, offering them exclusive access to new collections or special pricing on gold pieces. And make sure you have a feedback loop going. This is the kind of time where stakes are high in the industry, things are stressful, things are tough. You should be regularly collecting and analyzing customer feedback to understand evolving preferences and perceptions about gold pricing, allowing you to adjust your strategies in real time. This is all about building trust and loyalty. So be transparent, be honest, be open about why prices might be increasing, and focus on the quality of materials and craftsmanship, which justifies the cost. If it's applicable to you and you have values around sustainability or similar, then emphasize your commitment to that, to your ethical practices. And that can help, quote unquote, justify higher prices and resonate with those customers that are driven to purchase by their values. Always, you know that I will say this all day long, the storytelling and brand connection aspect. So deepening the connection with your customers by sharing stories about the inspiration, design process, artisans behind each piece, making them feel like they're a part of your journey and buying into all of it. And this is a great time, not only because of the rising gold prices, but because we are moving into the season of holiday to enhance the overall customer experience. So how are you improving your online shopping experience? How are you integrating online and offline interactions? Are there any roadblocks when someone goes to your e-commerce site that might prevent them from clicking purchase, that might cause them to leave something in their cart? How can you personalize your follow-ups? Be more personable. I don't even know a better word. Like, can you reach out to customers directly? Are there personalized messages you can send to them? How can you make customers feel valued to encourage future purchases? And educational content helps in a time like this as well. Educate customers about gold, about its value, how to care for gold jewelry, how to style gold jewelry. Use education to add an extra layer of perceived value to the purchase. Okay, so now here are some more tactical merchandising-driven approaches. And please don't at me if these suggestions don't directly apply to your brand, because of course I'm speaking to many different kinds of jewelry business owners. I just want to share some ideas regarding merchandising to perhaps inspire you to consider something new or adjust your current approach. So number one, leverage that narrative of exclusivity. So I kind of touched upon this in the beginning when I was talking about less price conscious customers, but everyone can kind of think about highlighting limited edition pieces, or if you don't have many or none at all, then creating more limited editions and one of a kind. So framing solid gold pieces as those exclusive limited edition items and using the scarcity principle to create a sense of urgency and luxury, because otherwise people may think it's not a good time to buy. And they'll wait and they'll wait and they'll keep putting it off until it is a quote unquote good time to buy. And for these limited pieces, share stories about the craftsmanship and the rarity of materials, focusing on the timeless value of gold. Also, if this makes sense to you and your brand aesthetic and your goals, promoting or introducing mixed metal designs or using those as limited editions or one of a kinds. Because really with mixed metal moving into the end of 2024 and 2025, this is something that we're seeing is trending. It was something that was trending at the New York City trade shows. There's so much versatility in mixed metal pieces, showing how they can be paired with both gold and silver jewelry with so many colorways in someone's wardrobe, and kind of helps cater to a broader audience as well. And there's a lot of educational content that you can share around mixed metals. So creating content that educates customers on the beauty and benefits of mixed metals, including how they can elevate personal style. If it makes sense for you, thinking about introducing gold alternatives. So that could mean other carats of gold, lower carats, promoting as a smart and stylish choice for those budget conscious customers. And also what we do know about other carat types, they have slightly different colors. Maybe that can be appealing for certain customers. They can be more durable. Maybe that can be appealing to some customers. So thinking about all of the different ways you can approach the storytelling about whatever materials you choose to offer. Maybe silver becomes an offering. Maybe there are other metals you want to explore. This is not for every jewelry business, I understand, but it's something to really think about and seriously consider. A focus on customization as well. If this is even a thought in your mind that you want to offer more like personalization or customization options, maybe this is a way to bring customers into gold, kind of get them to see and understand the value and beauty. So perhaps, let's say you have a product that a gold accent could be added to, like the bezel or an aspect of the chain where the main piece perhaps is silver or a more affordable metal, and tailoring the marketing efforts around personalized custom pieces so that you can give customers like a taste of the gold, of the luxury, but still meet them in the middle at a price point that makes sense to them. Engaging in creative collaborations. So maybe you want to collaborate with other designers or business owners. Maybe there are designers already who work with alternative metals. Let's say you personally don't want to fully lean into that, but you know someone whose work you admire and they use sterling silver and they do it very luxuriously. Maybe there's a limited time hybrid collab where you together merge luxury with affordability and also get the cross promotion of each other's audiences. Maybe that turns into an event like a pop-up or a virtual show with this limited time collection or a limited time piece, and then educating customers again about the value of mixing or about wearing and loving alternative metals. Again, if it makes sense to you and you have smaller, quote unquote, everyday pieces in your assortment, then focus on those smaller everyday items like gold accented earrings, delicate rings, smaller pendants, studs that use less gold but still offer a luxurious feel. So maybe a stackable collection, encouraging stacking and layering by creating collections of smaller, lower gold weight pieces that customers can still love, still know is solid gold, but are more versatile and they can really get more wear with their money. If you don't offer flexible payment options, this is something to consider as well, especially as we move into the holiday season. So if you know that your particular customers are price conscious, again, this isn't going to apply to people that aren't going to bat an eye at taking out their credit card and making an expensive impulse buy. Perhaps you want to offer financing or installment plans that make those higher priced gold pieces more accessible to a wider audience. And then, again, if it makes sense to you, if you have the bandwidth to roll this out, there are also digital tools for those e-commerce only businesses that are struggling to sell gold jewelry online, like augmented reality technology to allow customers to virtually try on pieces. And that can potentially make it easier for them to have trust with you and your business and make it easier for them to complete their purchasing decisions. So those are all things to think about from a merchandising perspective if you're really struggling as a business with gold prices right now. What do you think? Above all, I would say rising gold prices are an opportunity to innovate and connect with your audience in new and meaningful ways. And if you've had challenges navigating these changes in the market, I want to hear about it. Let me know in a comment on YouTube or DM me on Instagram what you think. I'd love to help. Okay, let's get into the gold mine. This is a segment of the podcast where I get personal and share insights on entrepreneurship, mindset, success, growth, and all things business. And in this week's gold mine, I just want to share some exciting things that have been happening with our clients on our JoyDeck jewelry marketing support platform. We've already received some really amazing early feedback, like from Agnes, one of our clients, who said, "What Larissa and the team organize with this platform is so wonderful. I love it." Thank you. So one thing that's pretty cool is JoyDeck members get access to two really exciting features. One is our monthly collaborative challenge, and one is our monthly exclusive masterclass, both of which take place only within our community for members. So this week's monthly collaborative challenge is all about writing an SEO optimized blog post. So what we do within the community is we provide the resources and tips to help you succeed, especially to execute on the challenge. And then everyone who completes the challenge and shares screenshots of the ways they've repurposed the blog post into an email, into a social media post, will be entered into a drawing to win a brand and e-commerce audit by me. And that's a premium service that clients are typically paying for. And so one lucky winner gets randomly selected. And bonus, you've learned a new marketing skill and you have assets that are ready for your website, for your email, and for your social media marketing. Also this month, I'm hosting a live masterclass, which does get recorded for members. And the topic is how to write and edit a perfect SEO blog post. So you have all the tools you need to tackle the monthly challenge and have that chance to win the premium service. So whether you're a beginner at marketing or you're looking to refine your skills, then these resources, along with everything else in JoyDeck, will provide valuable insights into effective blog writing and marketing in general. And that's just the beginning. JoyDeck is really a complete jewelry marketing support platform offering everything you need to succeed in marketing your jewelry business. If you are interested, visit myjoydeck.com for more details. Did you have questions about today's episode? Don't forget to check out the free content repurposing masterclass, which you can access by visiting myjoydeck.com/masterclass. And again, that's only available for a limited time. If you ever want to reach out, you can always email me, Larissa. That's LARYSSA @joyjoya.com. And if you love this podcast, please share it with a friend who'd appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe as well as leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you're completely new to digital marketing, then you want to purchase and read a copy of my book, Jewelry Marketing Joy. Visit joyjoya.com/book for more information.